Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of March 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind, per usual, general monthly read, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But I want to thank you in advance for your likes, comments, your subscriptions. If you haven't joined this Gemini community already, welcome. But also, if you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, the options are down below in the description box. Just reach out via email and I'll definitely get that started for you. But the overall message I received for you in regards to your money and career, of course, for the month of March, improvements lead to more money. Improvements lead to more money. Very nice. I am loving your energy right now, but I'm going to put this to the side, attach my microphone to my hood, as awkward as it is. I heard embrace the awkwardness. All right, we're going to begin by pulling a message or two from the Soul's Journey deck. All right, and then we'll further pull the main part of the reading from the Light Seers deck. Light Seers deck. Bear with me. I just heard to admit that I am messed with spiritually because I feel like a lot of you are too, or will be in the month, so just expect it. For my lovely Geminis. Okay, we have 4. Perfect. That was easy. And I feel like that was key wording. It was like you were trying to approach something, achieve something. It's like, oh, okay, well, that was easy. Easier than expected. But we do have pride at the bottom of the deck. A true underlining focus on how proud you are of what you've overcome, accomplished, on where you're heading. I do feel like a lot of you will expect for people to see you in a less prideful light. And then you just kind of I'm seeing somebody break through and be like, here I am, I'm Gemini, you know, I'm ready to succeed, I'm ready to buckle down and make certain improvements, do what I need to see me be successful, or to see this business get off the ground finally, or to take it to the next level, or to just see certain changes come to be. I'm ready to be all I can be. Wow, that's powerful and a little bit dramatic, but I feel like that is truly your energy this month. Powerful and a bit dramatic. Good for you. Own it. Don't let anybody feel as if you can't be how you're feeling in that sense. All right? Bear with me. But I do feel like you're going to enjoy yourself for whatever reason, and that might be part of why you're feeling that sort of little bit of drama come about you, or just maybe the energy in the air. But I do feel as if you may see certain people a little bit envious for one reason or another. It's like, I go through a lot of shit, you know, let me enjoy myself. Let me try to make the best out of certain awkward or difficult situations. But we have failure and empathy. There's a focus this month on certain failures. I'm sorry if it's a little bit dark. Is this better? No, not really. Just moving the light. I'm going to put it back on me. And when I began your reading or started to, I heard step into the spotlight, step into the spotlight. And I feel like it's partially for me, as it is more so on me than the cards. But I do feel like a lot of you are pushed this month to step into your own individual Gemini spotlight and screw the other energies who want to make you feel one way in a negative sense about that. Anyway, so there's a focus on failure. Okay, well, that works. I'll just speak over here. So you're going to find there's a focus on certain failures from the past. I don't feel like throughout this month, it could be you viewing a change that needs to happen at, or did once upon a time, or somebody else viewing a situation that's not working out as a failure, and you being like, well, it's just an opportunity to change, excuse me, or to move into something new, to forgive yourself for not making the best out of something, whether that's a living situation, a financial investment, or a job. Slow it down. There's no need to rush. You're going to find that people love your energy, but when you rant too quickly or you feel too hyped up, it could just push people away, or it could turn people off a little bit. Not everybody, but you're going to find that there's a focus on empathy. On one end, you being pushed to recognize that you do care a lot about other people, right? Being pushed to put yourself in other people's shoes as well, while expecting others to do the same for you, okay? And it feels like some of you are very empathic, and that could have to do with the sort of ups and downs and all the over the place kind of energy you're taking on and exuding, embracing at this point in the month. Interesting, or at certain points. but I just feel like you need to put yourself in other people's shoes before speaking, before moving forward, before reacting. Expect that in return, of course, but all the meanwhile, opening your eyes to seeing both sides of the situation. Okay, this could be in a living situation or in a job. Bear with me. We're moving on to balance. Stay focused on where you're going is what I'm hearing, but I do feel like all the meanwhile there is a focus on your individual balance, needing to I'm hearing chill out, but it's like I don't feel like that's good advice. You might have somebody who's telling you that throughout the month, but it needs to balance out um, your world, right? Thinking about the areas of your life, do you feel like you work too much? Do you feel like that's taking over and minimizing the amount of focus and energy resources you give to your friends, your loved ones, your home life, your self-care, stuff like that. It just feels like there's a push to balance all of that out, but to balance oneself out within as well, right? If you're feeling a bit anxious or you're feeling your energies all over the place or very affected by this or that, or wanting to sort of um, rush towards something too quickly, meditate, right? Or cleanse your energy. Use essential oils. Find your own individual way. I'm hearing pour a bubble bath, something relaxing, maybe a salt bath to feel a lot better. But it just feels like you need to balance yourself out and remember that your career and even your financial situation should be viewed as a mandala. If you think about it, you start from the middle. It looks very simplistic. You almost can't see where that's going. Some of you can, very empathic and intuitive, and psychic is what I'm hearing. Ugh, bear with me. But as you build it piece by piece, layer by layer, going to the outside, you have this beautiful creation known as your Gemini work of art. All right. I heard your lifetime display. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just feels like you're being prepped to push to view it as your work of art, your blank canvas that you can either wipe clean, paint it over white, and just um, start fresh if you so choose, or just keep building it in that very creative, layered sense. You'll get there. Guilt. Don't feel guilty for doing what's right for you. Don't feel guilty for um, showing people what you're made of, for maybe outshining certain people or just stepping into the spotlight. Do not feel guilty for feeling very proud of yourself, for making the best, for overcoming certain challenges and difficulties, or for even moving on to something new or prepping for which, all right? Do not feel guilty. Somebody in your midst might feel guilty as well in a living situation or a job situation. There's only so much you can do, all right? That was a lot for those cards. We're going to pull the main part of the reading from the Light Seers deck. For my lovely Geminis to continue. Ooh. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wow, let me space these out. Wow, okay, yeah. So it feels like you're lining up your ducks in a row, getting ready for something big to change, or just getting ready to figure things out in one way, shape, or form. Having a lot of options to choose from throughout the month, having a lot to decide from, being like, wow, it's like you go from nothing to everything, and at times it feels like you go from everything to nothing, but it feels like you have a lot of decisions to make, to say the very least. Feels like you could be doing a bit of online shopping or just prepping for new financial investments or one big one. All right, this move of residence for some of you Geminis is going to be life changing. Don't compare it to other ones in the past or to where you're at now. But we have the Fool and the Page of Wands, being pushed to go with the flow, take a leap of faith, and embrace crystals and all the magical, spiritual, I'm hearing stuff that you encounter throughout the month, or even just think about or are curious about. But you're going to find a little bit of anxiety coming to be at certain points, once again. But you're going to also find this Page of Wands represents a passionate fresh start you desire, you want. But I need to release, throw up in the air all that doesn't work for you anymore, including habits, other energy, situations. Don't hold on to what isn't suiting you anymore, what isn't aligned with you anymore. You've changed and you've grown so much over time that you're going to need to be honest with oneself while being honest with other people as to what needs to be released. You might even be stepping up and speaking your truth, telling people how it should be in a work environment, just tread carefully, right? You don't want to burn any bridges, but I do feel like there is part of you being pushed to throughout the month. Recognize that as you've changed and grown over the month, you are going to need to release an old version of you to embrace a new financial investment or a new job, or just to make the best out of where you're at this point. With the King of Swords and the Two of Cups, being pushed to stay confident, right? To recognize when you get a little bit feisty or you feel a bit defensive, there's a reason why. But to recognize that you have the knowledge within to make the best out of what's at hand and to embark upon a new fresh start, a new adventure in a powerful, successful manner. They're pushing me back to the overall message of certain improvements, once again, leading to more money. So, what you're moving towards, whether it's a new living situation, new job, it could be both. It could be a new business on the side or a new job on the side. It's either way going to lead you to more money, even if you don't see all of which throughout this month. But I do feel like there's certain connections that are coming to be. One specific networking connection that is going to lead you to where you need to be, all right, for more money. But there is a potential to be expecting the worst and overworking yourself with the Five of Cups and the Devil here. But all in the meanwhile, you're just balancing things out, going through a bit of a juggling act, trying to figure out where you need to be, who you need to be with, and what you need to achieve in general. And you're thinking about your savings, because we got the Five of Cups, the Devil, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Let me just make my way through everything, and then I'll figure out how to proceed. That's the vibe you're giving off, or just feeling at certain points in the month, or throughout the entire month. Thinking about how much do I need to save to get to this situation? How much do I need to budget? What do I need to cut out to feel better about my finances so I can minimize my workload for some of you, or so I can just change this or that. I know this feels quite general, but that's the point, okay? Bear with me as I'm spoken through. But we have the Empress coming out on the bottom of the spread, as well as the Six of Cups, which I already saw earlier on at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. And so being reminded to give birth to what you deserve, period. It doesn't matter what other people think. Of course, keep an open ear, but I feel like you're being prepped to give birth to a new situation or multiple that are going to improve your life. Allow that money to flow in a beautiful way, as you frickin' deserve. Why would you want to work your ass off, excuse my language, and stick with a situation that's costing a lot of money potentially, or just one, and not see yourself feel comfortable financially? I feel like a lot of Geminis are thinking smart and being like, how can I have that money just continuously flow in, right? And all the meanwhile being reminded of the past, left and right, feeling like you're thinking almost back to certain jobs. Some of you not all the way back, but it could be as far back as like, I started here and went here, or thinking back to the beginning of a project, a business, maybe without meaning to comparing to something you want to give birth to. It's aligned or touching base upon this Page of Wands and the Judgment card. You need to be honest with yourself and release the past in a lot of ways, a comparison to the past, and just what no longer works for you. All right. It could be a situation where you need to improve your current job that you're not leaving. And so therefore you need to release any past views and habits that were tied to the beginning of that situation and experience, okay? And therefore that's going to help you make more money in the process, okay? So it's going to differ from Gemini to Gemini. Bear with me as I struggle. The Three of Cups, if you could see it. Celebration, friendships growing, new acquaintances, new coworkers you're bonding with. Some of you developing new connections through your business, and therefore that can definitely lead you to more money as well. Definitely not shy of connecting with people or socializing, but thinking all the meanwhile in a very feisty, passionate way about who those connections, of course. One in particular when it comes to networking, but also when it comes to where you need to move once again and how you're going to utilize what you've been through, the knowledge you've gained, the wisdom to make the best out of it. Being reminded through downloads, you've got it. Don't feel guilty for being a powerhouse and accomplishing what you need to throughout the month and moving forward. With the Strength card coming out, the Hierophant card coming out, as well as the Three of Swords, you're going to feel a little bit heartbroken towards the end of a situation for some of you, or you could be reminded of a bit of heartbreak through certain downloads from the past. There's something to learn, some healing to take place. You could feel a little bit stressed over money for one reason or another. let it go, let it go. All right, let it fly is what they were about to push me to say. With the Hierophant card, reminded you're still blossoming. Your career is never-ending change, is a never-ending changing situation. You know, to match your evolution as a soul, to just keep swimming as I'm drawn to this little fish, and to remember your individual path can take a detour, and that's a healthy thing, right? Um, but little changes along your individual path as well are definitely going to lead you to more income in one way, shape, or form, and more satisfaction, right? Potentially more fulfillment. Being reminded all the meanwhile, you're one strong individual, even if you have to put up a facade at certain points to begin a new situation or just to make the best out of what's at hand, when you're feeling the need to expect the worst or focus on what's not working, okay? Allow yourself to breathe as you make your way through the situations that aren't easy, or the situation, and just make the best until the best, because it feels like you're going to feel a level of celebration, excitement come to be, even if you're a little bit overworked or a little bit emotional all the meanwhile. If you can't sort of see the way completely with the Two of Swords, just remember that completion, bear with me, completion is a must, and it's going to lead, even if it's in a small form, it could be bigger, it's going to lead you to a lot of happiness, color, and to look at the difference of these two cards and recognize that you're moving towards a lot of fame, fortune, and success, and at the very, very least, more income, more money, because of the changes, adjustments that you're planning for or making throughout this month. All right? Don't stress over the choices and the options, the decisions. For Gemini, from the Small Making Magic deck, Goddess, healing feminine energy. You've been through a lot, so it's time for you to give yourself the chance to heal, even if that's through your work. Little Luxuries generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Even if it doesn't cost you money or a lot of money, treat yourself, all right? Expect the best, and allow yourself to remember that you deserve the little luxuries in life, right? Those little experiences. Wishes come true, rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes, as well as successful career, a happy working environment, pay rises or raises, and promotions. Look at that. To come out in a money career read, get it, Gemini, all right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. To book a personal reading, once again, just reach out via email. The options are down below. I hope you have the most amazing month. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.